I wanted to express the fact that last night I came in to do a special order on the situation happening in Michigan, where a surprise attack, a sneak attack by the right wingers resulted in the passage of legislation, which I won't refer to as right-to-work legislation, is more appropriately named Crush the Union legislation. I came up last night to the floor to speak on that issue, and as I am prone to do, I use a lot of analogies, and so last night I used an analogy that some find offensive, and I certainly was not meaning to be offensive or use a derogatory term. You know, everybody knows what the N-word is. The N-word, Mr. Speaker, is used to describe a group of people. And the N-word used to be fashionable, or it used to be socially acceptable to use the N-word. But now, we don't say the N-word, we refer to that word as the N-word. And I had never heard of the M-word, Representative Shankowski, the M-word. It's a word also that describes a group of people, and it at one time has been commonly used as a descriptive term. It was at one time socially acceptable, but to my discovery, just within the last 12 hours or so, I have found that the use of the the use of the M word is no longer socially acceptable. Now, the M word refers to a group of people, the little people, but when we say little people, I'm not talking about the Leona Helmsley little people. I'm not talking about the 47%. I'm not talking about the takers instead of the makers, as some would describe them. I'm not talking about the middle class, working people, working poor people. That's not what is meant by the little people term. It really refers to a medical condition. Dwarfism is the name of that medical condition, and sometimes I guess one can even say abnormally small people, which to me is, I like that term better than dwarfism. So I wanted to say to all of those who may have been offended by my use of the term, the M word, I want you to know that it was out of ignorance and not spite or hatred that I used that term, and please know that I will never use that term again. I'll never use that term again.
To make people understand that there are those who are deeply offended by it, and that we should all learn what to say so as not to offend people.
Well, and that's correct. It's a learning moment for me and perhaps many others out there. But I'll tell you, if you want to find out more about little people or abnormally small people or unusually small people, there's a website, there's a group actually called the Little People of America, and their website is at lpaonline.org. And I went to that website this morning and looked through it, and I have been awakened to the sensitivities involved. And so anyone who I offended has my deepest apology. But the analogy that I used